Hi everybody. In this video section we are going to see chi-square test. Okay. See this is the data. So data is to analysis the performance appraisal. So you used to collect data with the help of questionnaire, isn't it? So after collecting the data, you just find out the total number of how many people have given have answered for this question, liked performance appraisal and disliked performance appraisal, like that. So that sum you have to do it here. Okay. So have taken this is the observed data. Okay, so for these questions I am going to frame a hypothesis. So here I framed a null hypothesis H0. Performance appraisal system does not appear equally to the respondent of different age group. My alternative hypothesis is performance appraisal systems appear equally to the respondent of different age group. Okay, so the age group is below 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60 and 60 and above, and here is the total number of respondent. My total number of respondent is 500. Okay, so I have given two variables. One is the respondents who liked performance appraisal system, and some performance have disliked system. Okay, so this is the data. Okay, here it is below 20 years. So they have liked the performance appraisal system, so 140, and below 20 years age group, 60 respondent they dislike performance appraisal. So the total number of respondent below 20 is 200. So like that I have given this data. Okay, here it is a 2 row and 4 column. Okay, so this is the total and this is also total. So total number of respondents is 500. So this data I have collected with the help of questionnaire. So I have given this table, 2 cross 4 table. Row is 2 row and column is 4 column. So why I have mentioning row and column? Because I am going to calculate degree of freedom with the help of row and column. Okay. So after this table you just take your Excel sheet and just put this count. Okay. So count and total numbers. After doing this, now we are going to find out your expected value. Okay, so this table is your expected table. Okay, this is observed table with the help of questionnaire, and this table is the expected table. So to find out the expected table, you just click the cursor here, the first below 20, you just below 20 age group is there, no, you put your cursor here and enter the formula like this. So how to find out your expected, in the sense, this row, no, this is the first row. So this total 280. Okay, so 280 into 200. So for this I am talking about 140, no. So corresponding values total is 280 and the column total is 200. Multiply this two. Okay, 280 into 200 divided by your total number of respondent 500. Okay, so the formula I have given like this. So row total into column total divided by total number of respondent. I have given a dollar symbol because I am going to drag it, then only I will get for other data. So I have given first dollar symbol. See the formula here. So you have to type equal to open bracket dollar and then click this 280 and then into symbol and then click this 200. Okay, so there you have to put insert dollar. Okay, and divided by symbol dollar and then click this 500 and there row 11, no, row 11, before that you have to put one dollar symbol. So here you will get $2. Okay, so you will get answer like this 112. Okay, that the cell which I have given, no. So this is the formula you can find out. Okay, so if you click enter, you will get 112 and keep your cursor and drag up to here. Keep your cursor here, drag up to here, then drag again down. Okay, so you will get all the data. So this data is your expected value. Okay, so now I am going to take observed value 140, 80, 40, 60, 50, 30. I am going to transverse this one into a column wise. I am going to do it. Okay, so I'll show you. So this is our observed data. So 140, 80, 40. So column wise have brought here. Then you go this table. This is your expected value E. Okay. So 112, 72.8, 39.2, 88, 57.2, 38, 30.8. Okay. So you just bring this one here. So this is observed with the help of your questionnaire, and this is by using the dollar symbol formula. No, I said no, total row total into column total divided by total number of respondent. So you will get expected value. So this column is observed minus expected the whole squared. Okay, observed minus expected the whole squared. The next formula is observed minus expected the whole squared divided by expected. Okay, so if you drag, you will get entire table you will get. So if you have to add this value, and this is called your calculated value 70.16198. Okay, so you can take 2 decimal. So this is your calculated value. So now with the help of the data we got expected value. After that we calculated your chi-squared. So this is the chi-squared value. This is called your calculated value 70.16 your calculated value. Now this is very important. So this is a significance level. We are going to set 5% level of significant. So 5% level of significant in the sense you have confident, 95% confident to accept your null hypothesis. That's why we have to set your significant level 5%. You can set 1% also, you can set 2% also, but standard you take 5% level of significant. And how to calculate your degree of freedom? See, I said no, 2 row and 3 columns. So the formula is R minus 1. Okay. So this is the formula to calculate your degree of freedom for 2 curves fruit table. Okay. R minus 1 into column minus 1. Is it clear? So this is your degree of freedom. R we got 2 rows, isn't it? Like and dislike. So 2 minus 1, and we got 4 columns, that is age group below 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60 and 60 and above. So 4. So 4 minus 1, 3. So 1 into 3 we got degree of freedom 3. Is it clear? Like this you have to calculate your degree of freedom. Row minus 1 into column minus 1. Okay, your test statistics is nothing but your calculator value. So the calculator we have done no calculation. So that is your test statistics. This is your calculator value. Now go how to do it, your table value. Table value, there is a formula is there. CHI, that is a chi-squared inverse. CHI-INV. Okay. Then you have to click your degree of level of significance 5%. Okay, so level of significance comma your degree of freedom. Is it clear? So this is to calculate your table value. Otherwise you can go to your textbook. In any statistical book you can find out your chi-square table in the last page. Okay, there you have to take your degree of freedom 3 corresponding to 5% level of significance. You will get your table value, that is 7.81. Okay, so your significant, your calculator value is your 70.16 and your table value is your 7.81. Otherwise you can use the formula CHI chi-square inverse INV open bracket significant comma degree of freedom. Okay. So after that you will get a table value. So now you have to interpret. So now what is your calculator value? 70. So since your calculator value is greater than your table value, your hypothesis is rejected. It means you have to accept your alternative hypothesis. What is your alternative hypothesis? Your performance appraisal system is independent of the age group. Okay, it's independent of the age group. So like this only you have to calculate. So first you have to frame your null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis says performance appraisal system does not appear equally to the respondent of different age group. Okay, like this. And your alternative hypothesis. Now your null hypothesis is rejected, so you have to accept your alternative hypothesis, say both are independent. Okay, so like this you have to calculate, or else you can directly do the formula, like you have to click your range. Okay, so equal to your chi-square test, chi-square, and open the bracket, and then you can find out your or else you can do direct formula, chi test you can use it. So this is the best method. You can understand theory also here. So how to calculate your degree of freedom, how to calculate your p value. P value you can calculate with the help of probability value. You can calculate with the help of this formula, CHIDIST. Okay, DIST, and your degree of freedom, your test statistics, comma your degree of freedom. CHIDIST to calculate your p value. So that is x is nothing but your test statistics, comma your degree of freedom. Okay, so you can calculate p value also here. You can calculate directly critical value. Critical value is nothing but your table value. Okay, like this you can calculate, and you can use for chi-square test. I'll show you on another example. See the next example. So here I have taken education, UG, PG and SSLC. For male and female have taken. So the UG, male is 10 and female is 40. Total number is 50. For PG, 70, 30, 100, and SSLC 30, 20, 50. Total number of respondent I got 200. So here I am going to find out my hypothesis is there is no significant difference between education and gender. It means both are independent. My alternative hypothesis is there is a significant difference between education and gender. So both are dependent. So this is my hypothesis I framed here. Okay, there is no significant difference between education and gender. Both are independent. Alternative hypothesis is both are dependent. Okay, so this is the data I collected through with the help of questionnaire. Okay, total number of respondents is 200. I put it in the table format, 3 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so this data is called observed data. So here the same formula, the dollar symbol formula I said, no. So with the help of that same formula I have taken expected value. Okay, so see the formula. First you have to put a dollar symbol, and then row total. This is column total. You have to put a dollar symbol in between, divided by your total number of respondent. Okay, so total number of respondent you have to use $2 symbol. Is it clear? So for first data I took this value into this value divided by total number of respondent. So after that you have to click enter. So you will get 27.7. Okay, click your cursor here and click your cursor this side, end of that cell, and drag it. Okay, like this you have to drag up to here. Okay, so then click your cursor here, and then drag down. Okay, so this is called our expected value. Okay, 27.5 and 22.5, 55, 45. Okay, so expected value you will get. Similarly you can drag for next row also. Next row, we got 3 rows, no, you have to drag for next row. So you will get expected value, and if you count this one you will get 110. The observed value is also your total number of male is 110, female is 90. The same value only you will get. There will not be any change. So total number of respondent is 200. So now as usual your observed minus expected, the whole square, that formula you have to put it in that column format. Observed value and expected value you put how to use it column. Then you have to use the formula like observed minus this O, this is O, this is E. Observed minus expected, the whole squared. So and drag your cursor, so you will get this data. Okay, after that divided by your expected value. This data, this value 306.25 divided by your expected 27.5. So you will get 11.13. Then keep your cursor and drag it. Okay, after bring up to here, then you go to auto sum. Okay, so you have a formula here. Okay, if you click this auto sum, you will get the total number here. Okay, 34.34. Okay, take up to 2 decimal. So this 34.24 is nothing but your calculated value. Okay, so after that you have to find out this table. Significant level is set 5% level of significant, and your degree of freedom is 2. How the degree of freedom is 2? I said no, row minus 1 into column minus 1. Row we got 3. Okay, 3 minus 1 you will get 2. So column we got 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 2 into 1 you will get degree of freedom. So row minus 1 into column minus 1 is your formula for to find out your degree of freedom. So your test statistics how much? 34.34. And go to your table in a hard copy, you will get it in all books. Find out. Otherwise you can use this formula CHIINV, chi-square inverse. Okay. Click your level of significant, comma your degree of freedom. You will get your table value. So which is your calculator value? 34.34. Your table value is 5.99. So it means what? Calculator value is greater than your table value. Your H0 is rejected. Is it clear? Your H0 is rejected. So you can accept your alternative hypothesis. It means both are dependent. So education, there is a significant difference between education and gender. Okay, like that, like this you can use your chi-square for your MBA project. So hope you understand this one. Thank you.